Quick question for you. How do you feel when somebody says, so what's that casting director like? What's that casting person like? What's your relationship with that How do you feel about the person across the desk from you who is observing your audition or listening to your audition? What's your relationship with them? Are you fearful? Are you hesitant? Are you fine? Are you jovial? What's your relationship? Let's explore that in this episode of the VO Heroes podcast. We've chosen a really crazy profession to be in. I talk about my grandfather all the time and plumbing. And, you don't go to somebody's house as a plumber and pretend to fix a faucet so that you can show them how good you are at fixing a faucet. You just fix the faucet, right? With our business, that's just not the case. You're either dealing with an on-camera audition or you're dealing with a voiceover audition, and sometimes you're dealing with a casting person who is very inexperienced. I'm thinking, voice seekers, job opportunities on casting sites. But sometimes you're dealing with casting directors who have just as big a reputation as some actors or directors or producers or writers do. And that can mess with your mind. It happens in the world of voiceover as well. There's some very well-known casting people in voiceover. And I was in a session just moments ago with my buddy Michael Kostroff and his Audition Psych 101 group. And this subject came up. When talking to casting directors, when dealing with them on a human level, not on a professional level, even though I think dealing with them professionally is well served by dealing with them as human beings, but just chatting with them, just having small talk. How does that make you feel? Is that off-putting a little bit? It's like, wait a minute, you're talking to me? I'm just like this actor who's looking for a job from you, and you want to know how my day's going? Are you serious? Or where I got that top? I mean, I don't know, but I thought about that set of rules around dealing with a peer, dealing with a casting person, where there's a power differential. The casting person has the ability to say yes or no to even having you as part of the finalists in a job, right? The selects, as they call it. And that can mess with your head. I mentioned in the session that I have many people that I've worked with in casting. In particular, there's a casting office that casts a lot of Disney and Nickelodeon and kids kind of comedy shows and stuff. And I love doing those shows. And I really love going in for them because they welcome me. It's not like I'm walking in and I'm like looking around trying to get my bearings. And I know these women. They're awesome. And they greet me. They go, David H. Lawrence 17th, how are you doing? And it's like, do you really want to know how I'm doing? I don't even ask that question. I'm like, well, I mean, it was weird getting in because of all the construction on oh yeah, we know it's crazy every morning. You have these normal conversations. And in some cases, when you're first starting off, I can remember me thinking, wait, do they really want to talk to me? Why are you talking to me? I'm about to come in here and bare my soul for this part, and you're like talking to me like I'm a normal human being. What's wrong? What's wrong with you? What do you get all these crazy things going on in your head. And then you realize at some point, and I want this for you, you realize at some point they want what you want. They want success in their job. They want to be able, whether it includes you or not, they want to be able to present the very best options to the producers that they're working for and to the director of the episode that they're working on. And you want the same thing. You want to present your best self just in case what you do works. Same thing with voiceover. When you're doing a part, you're not looking to do a part and doing something like so gargantuanly different from what other people are doing that it makes you look foolish. You just want to serve the production. You want to show them that you can fit in with what their vision for the production is. But then you mix in this small talk thing, this normal human being thing, and it can be confusing until it isn't. Until you realize that just like in any other business, you're both a human being and you're just having a conversation. And then you flip the switch and you fix the faucet, right? You're saying, "Hey, how are you? Your home is lovely. I'm glad. I'm trying to here to help you with your plumbing. I'll take a look at the faucet. Let's see what's going on." And then you just do your work. And as you get further and further into your journey, the rules around this are going to change. It's going to get easier for you to have a normal conversation with people who you perceive to have power over you. And it's that moment when you go, "Oh, okay, I really am a professional. I really am this person's peer. They're my partner. They're not some godlike creature." Or when you're going on a casting site for voiceover and you think to yourself, "Oh, that windshield repair shop in Paducah, Kentucky, he could pick anybody. I've got to be really respectful, overly kind and nice, and just be you. Have a small talk. Have a moment. Take the time to remember that you are a human being and there's no need for fear. There's no need for holding your hat in your hand and going, 'Gee, I hope you pick me.' It's not necessary. Treat your production partners the way you'd want to be treated. And if you want to, think about my grandfather and fixing the faucet. I'm just saying. Listen, thank you so much. If you like what you heard today, I hope it helps. Smash that like button so hard that it's inoperable for anybody that comes along after you. Subscribe to these podcasts if you want to. I'd love to have you part of the conversation on voheroes.com. That's where the conversation is sane and calm and supportive. And if you know of another actor or voice talent who would benefit from this message, feel free to go up to the address bar and grab the URL and forward it to them. I appreciate that. Thanks so much for watching and for listening. I'm David H. Lawrence the 17th, and I will see you in the next episode of the VO Heroes podcast.